Hey, if you've been trapped inside for a while, these exercises are designed to make you feel good. They're not for people who are sedentary. These are for active, healthy people who move, and they're, I'm not athletes. I try to, go somewhere in between, these all these yoga videos that are for yogis. And then we have the videos for older people who are often really not for people who are active and healthy and exercise. But this is a different way to exercise, and this isn't exactly Qigong. It's more Taoist exercise, Taoist Longevity Exercises, Taoist Vitality Exercises. It's in that world. So it's conscious exercise, but with movement, and we're going to stretch today. We're going to stretch things. We're also going to warm up the joints. We're going to work on, first we're going to work on standing. So I just want you to come into standing. I don't really know how long we're going to go today. We'll see. I never know. I never know exactly what I'm going to do. I have an idea, and then we'll see where it goes. And based on, how I feel, so I want you to stand with your hips distance, feet hips distance. Right? So basically straight down. If your feet are just below your hips, we're not in Wuji, we're not in any weird stance. The feet aren't together, right? It's not that. It's just a comfortable standing position. And I want you to feel into your body. So just relax your body standing. Close your eyes. So close your eyes and feel your weight. Feel your weight in your feet, and notice if there's more, if you're weighted more towards the front or the back or the inside or the outside. Just notice. So don't change anything, because this is a habitual way that you stand. So let's just stand, and then we'll do a little bit of, I like to do this every day. I mean, I do this every day myself. So feel where the most weight is, under what foot. You will have more weight, most likely, in one foot than you do in the other foot. For me, I habitually stand more on my right foot than I do on my left foot. And I stand under the right behind the big toe. So that's the habit. So it's towards the inside. And also my weight is more in my right heel than it is in my left heel. So working towards, how do we work towards balancing this? So in a way that it becomes natural. So open your eyes. And I always start with just this movement, this inguinal movement, right? Just your hips side to side. My knees are bent. If your knees are straight, your knees want to be just bent a little bit. We want to stand comfortably here. We want to stand comfortably. No tension in the low back. You don't want your butt sticking out. It's not going to help. And just move from here. I'm twisting my hips from side to side. It's not a qua movement, right? I'm just turning from in here, though. So the point is I'm pushing one side back and then the other side back to rotate. So this is at the very top of the inguinal area. I have a long shirt on. You may think that I'm up here somewhere. It's just or down here somewhere. But in fact, these liver 12 points that I'm always talking about, that's where I'm moving from. Now I just go back to your balance here for a second. We're not going to do this for too long. And I want you to feel if anything's changed. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it has. Maybe you're a little more aware. You know, ultimately, we want the feet to feel like suction cups on the floor. We want you to feel rooted on the floor. So what else can we do to do that? So I've done this a little more extensively. I want you to just shift your weight from side to side. So we're on the outside of one foot and the inside of the other foot. So still from here. Now I'm just going horizontally from here. Just my knees are bent. I'm not doing this. You can see I'm not leaning my shoulders. Knees are bent, and I'm just going here to see where the middle of this is, where the center is, where the balance is here. Notice how you're breathing now. So notice your breath. Maybe you noticed your breath when we started. Probably not. Because I just noticed my breath. My breath is full. My belly is relaxed. I'm not holding my breath. I'm breathing naturally, normally. I'm not breathing with a movement. My body is just breathing as it breathes. Now we're going to shift the weight backwards and forward. So from the heels to the toes. Not very far. I'm not going to do I've done this before, where we shift all the way forward and stay there, and then all the way back and stay there, and we try to find where those limits are. Right now, I just want you to feel a way to daily kind of check in and see where your imbalances are. Because relaxing those imbalances relaxes our whole body, okay? It's clear that that's true. So just coming back. Now, coming back, and now we're going to go and stretch. So the knees aren't going to lock, but they're going to straight, legs are going to straighten. Don't let your butt stick out. So don't do that because you're straightening your legs. We need to stretch here so that the pelvis tilts back and down and the tailbone goes under. So and sink down and stretch your calves. Stretch your ankles. Get low and then get high. Get low. Take your time. Get high. Stretching this inguinal area open. So the tailbone goes down. Notice if there's tension in your low back. Notice if your breathing is free while you do this. Is your belly full? Where are you holding tension somewhere? You know, I can feel pockets of tension in here as I do this. My breath doesn't want to fill out. So you notice where the breath is and how you're breathing, and that's how things become more open. Okay, so now find a place where your center of gravity is comfortably low. Not too low, not too high. And maybe you feel a little more balanced, a little more in touch with the earth. So notice how your arms are hanging. So right now I see that my elbows are right against my side. There's no space in my armpits. My shoulders are like. So we want to take the elbows and rotate them. So really just the elbows. So not doing this, not using the shoulders to rotate the elbows. Focusing on the elbows and using the elbows to start to rotate the shoulders. So use the elbows. You can use the elbows to start to pull your shoulders backwards and forwards a little bit. You might find that this will help you relax your upper back and your chest. Notice if your breathing is difficult or what's happening. Notice if your butt is trying to stick out and you're getting tension in your low back. I notice that my knees are bending a little bit when I do this so that I can, but I'm not breathing with the movement. I'm just doing the movement just gently to try to loosen up my hips, my shoulders, my chest, my upper back, whatever let things go, the pelvis, the pelvic tilt. And now come back. And so just natural standing. This isn't Wu-Ji, right? This is just natural standing. And lo and behold, my elbows are no longer clinging to the sides of my body. They're just, my shoulders are just hanging naturally down. So I didn't really do anything. I didn't really find a place for them to be and let them be there. I just worked with the tissues and let the tissues relax, and then the body finds a natural place. This is how we work. We want the body to come to a natural place. We don't want to think we know where we're supposed to be. The body knows where it's supposed to be, but it has to find it again because it's lost its way. Okay, moving on. So we're going to do some arm swings. That's why my little mini classes tend to go so long, because I get into this stuff. I get into trying to teach you how to feel your body. And that's what I do. So, and I get lazy about making these videos, as you may have noticed, but I want to get better at it this year, hopefully. So we're just loosening now. So just swing your arms. Notice if you're doing this. So a lot of people think they're doing this. Notice that my knees are forward and my spine is straight. I'm not leaning to swing my arms. I'm staying in the center. Also, I'm keeping my head forward. You don't have to do that. The head can follow the chest. That's good. But I find that keeping my head forward allows my body to rotate fully around my spine. Keeping my head forward and my knees forward when I do this. If I'm just going to do it once and for not terribly long. Okay, Taoist vitality exercises. So a little warm up. Hands up. Look at your hands. So watch me. I'm going to do this once. I'm going to show you from the front and the side these exercises. Moving my waist. Reaching up with my hands. Keeping my head up, looking at my hands so that there's a little back bend involved. Okay, see, I'm doing more than you guys are going to do. Watch. There are some back bends involved in the stretches that we're going to do, and some twists today. Okay, we'll do this together. Not too fast, not too slow. 10 times each direction. Hands up, look up, and so either way, one, moving your waist in a circle. Notice where the circle isn't complete. If it's more of an ellipse, try to make it more of a circle. Keep reaching up. Reverse. One way will be easier than the other. Very often we try to pick the easy way first. Okay, hands come down to the sides. Everybody's favorite, their shoulders. So stretch your elbows apart. Rotate your hands. Keep stretching your elbows apart, stretch your shoulder blades apart. Reverse. Okay, one palm up, one palm down. Stretch them apart. So now we're going to look towards the open palm and rotate. Pulling the shoulders apart as you twist them. Okay. Stretch them apart. Hands on your shoulders. So big circles. Reverse. Okay, shoulders. Circles. So big circles. Reverse. Put your hands behind your back. So we're going to make some head circles. So 10 times each direction. Let me stuff my microphone wire back in my pocket there. That's probably going to keep coming out today. Okay, so slow. You don't have to go all the way back. So we're not doing the usual one where we just roll the head onto the shoulder. We're stretching the neck long, and it doesn't go all the way back, but we want to really get into where the neck is long. Not too fast. Be careful here. Necks are delicate. Don't throw your head around. Don't stretch beyond where it wants to go. I don't know, that's about enough, and go the other way. I've been working intensely on my neck lately. So after 5 years, I had a motorcycle accident, messed up my neck, and finally I'm figuring out some exercises to make it better. And I throw a lot of different exercises at it. I'm going to do a neck video at some point relatively soon, because I think everybody's got like neck and shoulder stuff going on. Okay, so hips. You can put your hands behind your back too. It's like good on your lumbar. And let it push forward and stretch your elbows back. And reverse. Knees. So don't look up. You know how to do this. Look at the floor. Sink down. Try to get deep. Keep your spine straight. It's okay if you're up like this. That made you look up. Sorry. Or you can just make your back flat and get low. Reverse. Lengthen your spine. Okay, so now we're going to come down squatting and back up. Lengthen. If this is hard, don't do it. Or figure it out so that you can do it without. If it hurts, I should say, don't do it if it hurts. If it's hard, you can, start to practice this with a chair or something so that you don't fall down if you're afraid to fall down. A couple more times. Use your core to get up and down. Use your core for this whole thing. Okay, so lengthen and come up. Okay. So today we're going to lift your foot, rotate your ankle. Reverse. Put it down. Reverse. Put it down. Rotate the lower leg. So, foot points down. Relaxed. Ankle relaxed. Reverse. Good to help your balance. Put it down, other side. Reverse. Put it down. Okay. Okay. So, let me show you the first one. I think I may have done this before. So, but I'm going to show you a little more detail how to do this today, I think, because I didn't last time. So, hands swing forward. Actually, let's just practice this. Hand swings forward and back. Stepping forward as the hands swing forward. So get this natural feeling. A few times each side. I just switched. Because this isn't the exercise. This is just, I'm trying to show you that this is a natural movement, right? So the exercise is this. So, stepping forward, hands come up. You stretch into a back bend, open your arms. Weight goes on the back leg. Arms come up. So this makes your front foot very light. And bring the energy down. So from the side, alternating feet. Up. Down. Swing up. We want to be graceful. Looking back. As the hands come up, that foot gets light, and then you can just bring it forward. Okay, we're going to do it a bunch of times. Okay? So, stepping forward. This feels wonderful, so go slow. Bring your weight on the back foot. As your hands lift up, everything settles down, the energy settles down. So, nice stretch. Not too strenuous. Good little back bend here. Inhale. So it depends on your inhale and exhale. Let your body just breathe normally. Usually when we inhale, as the hands go up, long inhale, opening the chest, and then exhale. This is really good for opening the chest. Big, wide open arms. Looking up to the sky. I'll turn to the side. Opening up the whole spine, a few more. Okay. Take a second. Settle down. Okay, the next one is the turtle. Wide stance. Pretty wide. Past shoulder distance. A little bit past shoulder distance. Not too wide. Hands come up. They float down. You come down into a forward bend with your elbows behind your knees. And then you lift up. Stretch your chin out. Come down into a forward bend. Hands come out. Little back bend. They reach up and float down from the side. Up. Down into a forward bend. So the elbows come behind your knees. And you stretch down. And you stretch forward, rather. And you come back. Hands just come free. They stay down. They stay low. Palms open. And then closing down. Settling the chi. Okay? We'll do a few of these. This takes an extra breath in the turtle, okay? So, hands come up, forward bending, hands behind your ankles, Bend your knees. Flatten your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten the legs. Free your hands. Roll up into a back bend. Open your chest. Come down. 6 of these ought to be okay. Come down into a forward bend. Hands behind your heels. Bend your knees. Lift. Take an extra breath. Fold. Open. Up. And sink down. Up. Down. Bending the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Stay down. Inhale. Exhale. Bend. Straighten the legs. Free your hands. Inhaling to a back bend. Inhaling down. So let the breath just be free. It'll find its way with this. There's just an extra inhale in there. I know people always want to know how to breathe. And your body knows how to breathe. I think 2 more. Last one. Forward bend. Hands behind your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale. Inhale, back bend. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, down. Okay. Good job. This is a twist, okay? I'm going to show you from a couple of angles. Wide stance. You have to pivot. This isn't, it might be a little strenuous. The important thing to do here is keep the spine straight. So you want to not lean. I'll show you what I mean. So this is the exercise, right? So the hands come up. I push into a lunge. I stay centered in the lunge. My feet, my thighs have to scissor together, pushing forward and back. Inhale here. Exhale, the hands come down and back up. Pivot to the other side. Let them part. Inhale, an extra inhale. And then hands come down. Okay, so what it's not is, it's not, do you need this from the side? I don't know. Maybe I'll show you. It's kind of weird from the side. Well, maybe you'll see it from the side, but I'll do this first. It's not this, right? It's not this. This knee is bent. Your spine is straight in the center. So it may be this. This may be all you got, right? So this hip might not be coming all the way this way. Try to keep it in the center. Even if it's here, this is what you got. So it might be here. It might be, you can see, it might only be here. It's not important to go complete. What's important is to stay centered. Keep the front knee bent. Keep your lunge. Keep your thighs moving towards each other. So even if they're out to the side, right? You're not going to defeat the body by trying to stretch and reach farther than you can. I don't want I don't want my hand past my foot and the front leg is bent. When I turn, it's better to not be so deep in it, but keep that knee like 90 degrees. Okay, you want to be like 90 degrees. Okay, we're going to do this 10 times. So, wide stance. Hands come up, they part, pivot, stretch. Inhale into your palms, stretch your shoulders apart. Increase the twist, exhale, the hands float down. They come up, stretch apart. Exhale, inhale, exhale, 2. So, exhale, inhale, exhale. Extra inhale in the center. We don't hold, this is a stretch. Exhale and twist, inhale into your hands. Stretch your shoulders apart, exhale. Come back to center. Twisting. 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 A couple more times. I haven't been counting, but last 2. Okay. So, another twist. So hands come here. One goes up, one goes down. What I'm trying to do is stack my shoulders. I don't want this shoulder back here somewhere doing that. Right, better it's here, better you're here. You want to get this verticality happening in your shoulders. Even if you can't go all the way down, don't go all the way down. don't try to make a shape that your body's not ready to make. Try to find a shape that's a little challenging, that doesn't, make you distort your body, right? We got to learn how our shoulders work. We have to learn the ways that our hips move. Okay, most of us have this amnesia. Okay, we're going to do some of those. So, hands come up, one goes up, one goes down. You can better to look to the floor. And up, down, and up. If you have any neck issues, especially, look at the floor. If it's really easy on your neck, you can look at your upper hand. Make sure your chin's kind of tucked towards your chest, whichever way you're doing. So you don't want tension in your neck from this. It's really easy to be doing this, and you're trying to look at the screen anyway. So you know what the movement is, then you do it. And you play with it. And it's not about how big it is. It's about how good it makes you feel. And opening up these spaces so that it can get bigger. Okay. One more of these twists. Excuse me while I hide my wires. Okay, another wide one. So, hands come out. We're going to make a chi ball. And then, remember, don't do this with me. Let me show you. Then we do a side bend. So this is a lunge with a side bend. Not a down like this, but like that. Chest up. Doesn't matter how far you go. Right? This hand pushes that way. Then the hands get wide. And we're going to make so this is like embracing the moon. And pushing. So this knee is bent. I'm pushing in two directions here. So this allows me to be straighter. Hands swing down. So we'll do this together. Inhale. Left hand comes on top. The bottom hand goes underneath, embracing the moon. Hands turn to vertical. And push. Hands stay vertical. Side bending in a lunge. Take another inhale. On the exhale, the hands get really wide. Right hand goes on top. And pull, hands turn and push. Take an extra inhale. And the hands open. They get really wide. Sinking down. Push. Swing the arms wide. So the top hand becomes vertical. Pushes, the bottom hand pushes the other direction. Inhale. So this wide movement opens your chest in between and the legs straighten a bit so that you can come down into like a horse stance and then turn into a lunge. Open. Okay, that's enough of that. So come back. I think that's enough for today. Well, pulling down the heavens. People have short attention spans. This is a little strenuous. We'll do this like 6 times. See your hands in your peripheral vision. Even when they're, up here, so the top of your vision. You can look up to them a bit. And we're going to shake just a little bit. Not too long. But, chances are we got rid of some stagnant stuff. And so we want to shake it out. Shake out the stagnation a bit. Shake your hands hard. Move your elbows, move your hands, move your shoulders, twist around. Hopefully you feel a lot looser. We'll check in a second. So okay, close your eyes and feel the chi and let your body relax and breathe. Notice the difference. Maybe there's no difference, but maybe there is. Notice your breath. Is your breath freer than it was? Keep your eyes closed. So men, right hand on your heart, left hand, thumb in your navel, lower abdomen. Women, opposite. 12 rotations clockwise, so massaging. Let your body move with this, right? It's like giving yourself a hug. And 12 anti-clockwise, and I'm weird to say that as an American, but all of my private students at the moment are English, so it's anti-clockwise. Okay, and just take a couple more breaths, just like that. Keep your eyes closed. Drop your top hand down onto your abdomen and bring your feet together and bend your knees and relax. Keeping your eyes closed. You can hear me, you don't have to see me. And just let yourself sink and notice how your connection to the earth now. Notice your breathing. Notice your sense of relaxation. And now you can drop your hands, open your eyes, straighten your legs, and thank you. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through it, thank you. And I'll be back soon. I plan to do this more. And be safe out there, and don't let it get you down. Take care. Bye-bye.